Welcome, traveler, to Exquisite Adventure.
I'm your host,
Rodney,
Aaron,
Danny, Jeremiah, and Hayden. Exquisite Adventure is a Dungeons & Dragons podcast.
But wait.
Each and every episode,
we switch DMs.
But we don't share notes.
because we like chaos.
And miscommunication.
And making each other do
Silly voices we don't want to do.
Anyway, before the show starts, we'd like to remind our audience
that singing snacks are available in the lobby.
Arms and legs should remain inside the vehicle at all times.
And to please silence your cell phones. Thank you.
Still doing
Okay,
that?
no,
You still
no,
doing that noise?
that's not how we're gonna do it. We're not gonna do it
What?
this season. We're
not
gonna
gonna do woo it like that.
like that this season.
It's number 2 woo.
It's
Don't remember.
Season
it's
2
Welcome
woo.
back to episode 2 woo of season 2 woo of Exquisite Adventure. I'm Aaron. I'm the dungeon master tonight.
I'm Danny. I'm not.
I'm Jeremiah, and I'm not.
I'm Hayden, and I'm nut.
wow,
And I'm not the dungeon master.
I'm not either.
Who said that?
Wait, but who's...
Wait,
who
where'd
was
that voice come
Who
from?
could it be?
by
I
the
don't
way.
know.
Anyway, so season 2, we started off one episode ago. The unfortunate crew of the Purng Kiln, a supposedly cursed vessel of dwarven build that fared the seas of the Punwalzi, they started out without a blippin on board, and a blippin is a gold piece over in the Punwalzi Sea. Everybody who hadn't died on their last outing left, except for the core crew that, for some reason, they're attached to the ship. They were hired by this dark elf to transport them to a far-off kingdom called Girdlegum. But they had to take a shortcut through some dangerous waters known as the Shrisku. They then, under pressure of lots of money, hired a new crew to help them out without telling any of the crew what was happening. They set sail through the Drisku and met with a watery disaster after being attacked by pirates and a hobio. Big giant monster thingy. Anyway, is there anything else anybody wants to add before we start?
It is important to note that there was a wereshark.
There was a wereshark, yes. So, after the ship broke up and everything went into the tumult of the ocean, both ships, by the way, the pirate ship and the Purng Kiln, there was a bunch of confusion. A lot of people just passed out right away in the dark and cold waters, and some people tried to stay up as long as they could, but were eventually just nabbed by the hobio, and everything goes black. But, surprisingly, you all come to in various states. Gordo, you're the first. You are lying face down in a bed of sand that kind of slopes upward from where you're at. You're soaking wet, and if you look around, you're in a very dimly lit cavern that has a bunch of smells. Just a bunch of smells. There's the smell of seawater. There's the smell of decay, of rotting seaweed and things like that, as well as rotting wood and bodies. There's mold, and there's this strange, acrid, pungent smell that's kind of like, it smells like a beast in a way that you've never smelled before. You hear faint drippings, bloop, bloop, every once in a while, and in this cavern, but they're kind of deadened. There's a there's a whooshing sound that kind of is always continuously going. And you look around in the dimly lit room that you're in, and you see there's just this bank of sand that stretches from one wall to the next, and then a small kind of pond inside the cavern, a little lake that's got bits of broken ships and wood and boxes floating around in it, and on the walls they look, well, it's pretty dark. It's dim light, but occasionally you'll see these little things that the light is emanating from. Just these little globes that are hung in what look like fishing net. They just kind of like glow in a non-steady sort of slow pulse and add enough light into the room that you can see without very much detail.
I should add that I have dark vision.
Oh, you have dark vision? Everything's friggin' bright for you. So what you see before you is a cavern where the walls themselves are a weird kind of purplish black color. There are little globes of light that are green-blue in their color, and you do see the water. It looks like it's kind of, it looks like seawater that's maybe a little discolored. And on this sandy beach, you see a number of other bodies that are kind of, either unconscious or stirring. You see all of your crewmates on the sand. You see some bodies in the water, and they're not looking so hot. There are also, as you look around, give me a perception roll.
Yeah. 18.
18. So the cavern itself has various like corridors basically that head out. 3 of them are, or actually 4 of them are connected to the waterway. Some go up, some like kind of shifts, it looks like a little bit up and down. One is to your left, filled with big rocks and boxes that have been shattered, crates and barrels and things like that. To the right, there is one that just goes pretty steeply upward and is narrow. On the far side of the water, you see like a big one that just kind of undulates, and the water that's in the little pond in front of you like goes in and out of it, and it creates this kind of wave. And then you have another to the left of that goes steeply up. Another one that goes steeply up. Behind you is another hole, another little cavernous hole, and there are footprints that lead to that hole, as well as what look like drag marks. You were awakened by a bear nuzzling your face.
Oh, good, because that's exactly what I was going to ask about first.
Of course you were.
Oh, Ramsey, there you are. I mean, here I am. Where are we? I'm glad you're okay. Help me fetch those bodies in the water, huh? I'm going to start grabbing the bodies that are in the water and pulling them to the shore, like, before going to anyone stirring, just to, I don't know, make sure they don't drown.
Okay, as you wade into the water, roll me another perception check, please.
14.
Those bodies aren't dead, Danny.
This water is pretty nasty. Ooh. It's got, like, a thickness to it that's pretty wrong. You can tell a lot of it is seawater. But there's also kind of like algae that is clinging to you. And what was your question?
I said most of it.
Yeah, it's There's seawater, and then there's this kind of like occasional globs of some more gelatinous liquid is I use that term loosely. It's more of like a mucus
Liquid?
strewn throughout, and it smells terrible. But yeah, if you want to go in,
I still do, even though I'm not happy about it.
okay, great. Make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Great. 13.
Oh, okay. You feel very grossed out by this, but like you manage not to lose anything out of your belly as you go through this. You've probably dealt with some pretty nasty stuff in the kitchen every once in a while, coming upon rotten food and just touching something that's given you the heebie-jeebies, and you've mastered your guts in the meantime. So you're pretty good as far as that goes. So you and Ramsey can start fishing bodies out.
Yeah. Turning them on their backs or maybe on their sides as I bring them ashore. And
Okay.
looking especially for anyone from my crew / a wereshark.
Okay, great. So as you do that, you're finding like you turn over a lot of the bodies are from the other crew. Okay, so just give me a D10.
Okay. That is a 10 on the D10.
Okay, cool. So it's going to, you're making good work of it. Are you taking all of the bodies out of the water, or
Pulling
okay?
one to, yeah.
So
I don't want anyone to die.
yeah. So you're grabbing bodies you don't recognize out of the water and you're dragging them back to shore. Great. I want to say, Sonny, you're the next one to kind of come to.
Oh.
As you see, there's a Gordo looming over you. Do you have dark vision?
I do.
You do. There is a Mr. Gordo who is very, very, very concerned right above you. Gordo, you had just dragged Sonny out of the water. He was the fourth body that you'd found.
Hey.
And you started trying to take care of him.
You awake, little guy?
Oh, Mr. Gordo, what happened?
I don't know. But, we've got me and Ramsey here. We're in a big cave. And, well, we're alive. I think.
Sonny, we'll take a look around.
Okay. You see the same scene that I had described earlier. Now, the thing is, Sonny, you were not conscious when Gordo dragged you out. So he kind of just like pulled... Gordo, you pulled 3 bodies out that were from the other crew.
Mm-hmm. And none
And then
were
you found
weresharks?
Sonny. None were weresharks. You have a hierarchy of priority, of care. Getting him out of the water is one thing. Yeah, it seems like a first come, first serve thing. But Sonny, being unconscious, you had, taken in a little bit extra care to slap him and beat on his chest. And he hacks up a bunch of the nasty water.
Why does my tiny body hurt so much?
I don't know. Mine too. What is my accent right now? I think I'm kind of London. Hold on. Right, shaking it off.
Blimey, Governor.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
back
me.
to
God.
being this sort of bugbear, Gordo. Not bugbear, but there we are. I don't know,
And
Sonny.
Ramsey's licking your face too, Sonny.
Oh, okay. He's not going to eat me, is he?
If he's licking your face, he's not going to eat it.
Okay, that's
It's a
good.
general rule.
Mm-hmm. Sonny,
Yeah,
roll me a perception check.
okay. 8.
Okay, so you see the scene that I had described earlier.
Oh, there's a lot of
Gordo,
dead
are you going to
people,
continue?
It
Wait,
looks
what?
like.
Yeah, I haven't really looked at any of the bodies on the shore over there. And I point to the pile or the group. I've just been trying to fish these out of the water, make sure nobody's drowning. You want to go over there and look, see if you can see any of our crew?
Okay. Sonny gets up and goes over to the bodies.
Yeah. So you do see a number of the other boat's crew, people you don't recognize. Some of them look definitely dead. Just definitely dead. They have like big gashes in their heads or in their bodies, like chunks taken out, basically. And some of them look like they could be savable. Maybe just a little blue, unconscious.
Oh.
There is Cam is face down. He doesn't seem to be moving though.
Dabbing.
And Ayamun not that far from it in a really awkward position that looks very uncomfortable. And you see also Bumbo is like half out of the water and half in, like lying face down.
Okay. I'll start trying to wake up Mr. Drythorne, Mr. Lucky, and Mr. Gombok?
Yep.
Gombok.
That's his last name. Yep.
I keep wanting to say Gumbo Bumbok.
Right, yes. Exactly.
It's the wrong way.
From
That
last
was
episode.
wasn't that one of the fake or the turtles that was like another instrument?
No, I don't think any of them were Gumbo Bumbok. That was I just said Gumbo and then it
Gumbo.
continued. They were much better. You're not seeing the captain on the shore.
Okay.
You do also you don't see Moist Mitch. You don't see Krungus. You do see an unconscious Garrison. Drusilla is nowhere to be found, and Tammy and Tawilba are also kind of like next to each other, like they were holding on to each other. It looks like.
Okay.
But they're also unconscious.
Okay. Sonny will focus on the three people that matter to him.
Great. So,
He will very intentionally ignore the opposing crew and not really realize that the ones that aren't there are not there.
Sure. Right. You just met him.
Moist Mitch creeped him out.
That stands to reason. So, Cam, for this, just go ahead and roll me what would be the equivalent of a saving throw there, Cam.
You mean a death saving throw?
Yeah.
So just a D20 roll.
Yep.
Got an 8, so that would be a failure.
Okay. Sonny, it doesn't look like the things that you're doing are really waking up Cam. Maybe you don't understand his plant physiology. You keep kind of like touching him and pricking your own hand because of his spiny hairs. And he doesn't seem to be responsive as of yet.
Okay. I'm going to crash kit him.
You're going to do what?
Get out some paddles with my shocking background sounds.
Okay. So you electrify Cam?
Yeah, I'm going to shock and grasp him.
In the water? Or
No,
am I on the shore?
Cam's not in the water. You're not in the
Okay.
water. You were washed up on the sand. Okay, so yeah, Cam, make another saving throw, please. Death saving throw with advantage.
Oh, with advantage?
Yeah,
okay.
please.
That is a 7 and a nat 20.
Whoa, okay, so you does Cam breathe air?
Yeah, he does.
Okay. Well, at the moment he's breathing water.
Oh.
And violently out of his body as it trembles awake from a shocking grasp from Sonny. Do you have dark vision?
No, I do not.
All right. So when you come to, you see a very dim version of what I described earlier. There are blue-green glowing orbs hung from fishing nets all across this cavern. And you have a Sonny Goblin just above you.
Are you okay, Mr. Drythorne? I'll turn him onto his side and just pat him on the back, try to avoid his spikes. He'll be okay, maybe.
Oh God.
What happened? Where am I?
We're in a cave. We ended up here somehow.
Sonny, is that you?
What?
Is that Sonny? Is that
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, it's me.
Oh. Did we win?
Hi there.
I don't know how to answer that. I mean, I see Mr. Gordo's
I don't
alive
feel
and
like
pulling
I
bodies
won.
out of water. And I see Mr. Lucky.
I feel
And I see Mr. Gombok.
like garbage. That's what I feel like.
Yeah. At least we're alive, probably.
Cam's gonna stand up and cast Produce Flame to light up the place a little bit.
Okay, sure. Yeah. What are the effects of Produce Flame?
It's like a shitty light spell. It produces light in a 10-foot radius and dim light in a 10-foot radius outside that. So
Okay,
I can see within
so-
like 20
Neat.
feet of me.
Yeah, and I mean the chamber itself was kind of like dim light as it was, so I'll just say that in a 20-foot radius you can see pretty well.
Oh,
You see this scene that I was described before you. You are on a little sandy bank that slopes up the side away from the water, has like a little hole in it, a little cavern going this way. And there are footprints on the beach. We'll call it a beach. And drag marks, it looks like. And it smells pretty bad. All of a sudden, you hear a... and Pecker comes in and gets you right in the face.
Oh, Pecker, God damn it. The light was not an invitation to come land. That's not what it means. Ah.
Okay. I'm going to leave him to that and go help Mr. Lucky.
Great. So yeah, after a few pecks, less than usual, it seems, because it seems like Pecker is tired, but also maybe happy to see you. He perches on your head. Your sombrero is, on the beach a little further away from you.
I'll go pick that up and put it on my head.
Okay, yeah. Pecker moves out of the way and lands back on top of his sombrero. Unfortunately, all of Pecker's possessions have left the sombrero.
And I don't think he had a whole lot going on up there except a bunch of his feathers he leaves behind.
Yeah. A couple are still stuck in, but it's got now holes in it and little pieces of like kelp.
No, that's okay.
Cool. So, Gordo, yes, Sonny, you're off to go check out the other people, but I want to check back in with Gordo and Ramsey. In this time, you've collected 2 more bodies. Can you roll
a
for me?
die?
Yes.
What kind of die?
Let's say I've got 1, 2, 3. Nope, not him. 3, 4. Roll me a d6.
Okay. 1.
Great. So, you have pulled Drusilla out of the water. She seems actually kind of warm,
You're strangely warm,
but she's motionless.
although motionless. Should pull you ashore.
What?
And you also, can you roll me another
D6?
die, please? Another d6, yes, please.
4.
4. Great. So you have also come across the body of Krungus.
Krungus.
You didn't roll a prime
Is he
number.
strangely warm? Or is he...
No.
Oh. Is he alive?
Well, you can do a medicine check.
Oh. I don't think I have that. But I'll do it anyway. Let's see. 12.
He's not breathing,
Oh.
but he does have a
I'll
faint
be alive then.
heartbeat.
Put you right next to Drusilla.
Great. Are you leaving them like face up or?
I'm putting them on their side so they can vomit up seawater.
Slanted up the embankment or slanted down?
Their head on the higher part of the embankment, and then on their side.
Oh, okay.
Right? Isn't that what you want to do?
They seem to be just,
Oh God, am I killing them? I feel like slanted down seems worse. I'll put them so that they're perpendicular to the embankment. And I'll scooch a little bit of the sand up so that it supports them so that they don't slide down.
Sure. Okay. Great.
Come on, Ramsey. Help me get a bit of sand under here to support them so they don't slide down. See that? No, you don't want them to slide.
Mm-hmm.
See, I don't remember in my training if they were supposed to be head up or head down when you're on an embankment, so I'm just going to put them perpendicular to avoid making the wrong choice. This is a safe middle ground.
Great. All right, so in that time, Sonny, you have already taken care of Cam, and you're on your way to whom?
Mr. Lucky was the second person you named.
That's true. So you get to Ayamun Lucky, who is just like absolutely unconscious. There's no way that anybody that had any lick of consciousness in them would be in this position. It's kind of like, it looks like he probably like just kind of pretzeled
like the Family Guy death
on the
pose.
ground. He's
I'll untangle him and then try to wake him up.
Sure. Yeah. You put him in a more comfortable position. He's not breathing. But there is a pulse.
Do I feel as though I am at full health or barely hanging on?
That's a good question.
You are well, okay. So what is your natural health?
My full natural health is 39.
39. Okay. Okay. So take 22 points off of your health.
Gotcha. And I assume I have expended still all the spell slots I had expended during that fight.
Yeah. I wouldn't count that as a long rest. being drowned.
I don't know
at
how
sea.
long I was rested.
I don't think you get a good rest while you've been drowned.
Yeah. So, I mean, despite that, I'm eventually going to get my bearings, and I'm probably going to go help. And I have healing spells, so I can... Anybody who's not breathing, maybe give them a little kick there. I have rolled a 23 to treat people who don't have air in their lungs right now.
Okay.
Medicine.
Okay, great. So you're going around and you're breathing into people's faces. You're doing basic CPR, right? And like, for people who have a pulse, you're not doing chest compressions. In fact, I think for people who don't have a pulse, are you kind of just leaving them be?
Yeah. They're a, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I mean, I'm assuming they're dead, but...
Who doesn't have a pulse?
Those that still have a pulse, I'll prioritize.
Yeah. You've pulled up a few of the other ship. Those people don't have pulse. Most of them. Yeah, their crew.
Oh, is it a ship full of undead? Oh, that'd be crazy.
Those chunks taken out of their flesh were from before. You said a 23?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting people to you're getting people up. I would say that since it looks like Sonny is working on Ayamun, do you help Sonny out or do you go over for Bumbo?
I mean, how does Sonny look like he's doing over there?
It doesn't. Sonny, do you have medicine?
No.
Okay. It looks like he's doing his best. But he doesn't really know what to do.
So Bumbo is like partially in the water, right?
Yeah, face out, but face down.
Can turtles breathe water? I don't think
they can't breathe water. They can hold their breath.
Yeah, they're reptiles, not amphibians.
Okay, well then he's probably got, like, longer on his I can't live without oxygen timer. Oh, unless they don't hold their breath any longer than any other creature, in which case I should probably get him, you know. At least Ayamun's got somebody looking after him.
You look confused, Gordo.
I'll be right back,
I'm
sorry.
just wondering how sea turtles breathe.
I think they just hold their breath a very
Is that
long
what it
time?
is? Because they don't breathe underwater,
It's like a
right?
dolphin.
Yeah.
Or any other. Yeah, I think so. Because they don't stray, like, too deep, right? They're more
They're like shallow water
coastal.
creatures.
I think so. Maybe not. Well, Finding Nemo, though, they're pretty deep. And I don't know if Finding Nemo's, like, marine biology fact.
Yeah.
It's a good question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if you go... so what were we going to do, Cam?
I was going to get Bumbo out of the water.
All right. Yeah, so you drag Bumbo out of the water. Do you check his vitals?
Yeah.
He's breathing. He's just knocked
good.
out.
Okay, then I'll run over to help with Ayamun.
Yeah. Cool. So you can either assist Sonny or take over.
I mean, I'll probably just take over.
Cool. So Sonny is there and he's like patting his face and you've seen him shock him a couple times.
Oh no. I'll just kind of like scooch Sonny the other way. No, don't do that.
Cool. Can you roll me a go ahead and roll medicine at advantage because Sonny is assisting you?
Yeah, I'm going to roll medicine advantage. I also give myself guidance on this one.
Great.
I forgot I can do that. That's very good. 25 total.
Great. Ayamun, you come to with a start.
Instead of slapping Ayamun's face lightly like Sonny was doing, Cam is just backhanding him back and forth like,
Wake up! Get up, you son of a bitch!
Yeah. Right.
I'm a doctor!
Exactly. The Ayamun's purplish skin starts to lose a little of the blue.
Oh, that was close. You were in pretty bad shape there.
Oh, not again. Are we alive?
I hope so.
Thank you, Cam.
Oh, don't mention it.
I appreciate that.
I think everybody else is doing all right.
I look to the side and see a pile of dead bodies.
Well, they're not. But we're okay. Gordo's over there taking care of some of the other crew.
Right. That's good. That's good to hear. How's the captain?
I don't know. I haven't seen the captain.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him either.
Nope, still haven't seen him.
Do you? What's my health at?
So Ayamun,
I have a 2 to my constitution as well.
I would ask the same question.
take 18 points off of your health.
Okay. Apparently my health, I'm doing quite well, actually. I'm at 24 hit points.
Cool. Oh, Sonny, I never took points off of you.
Yeah, what am I at? Am I dead, actually?
Let's see.
Am I a corpse? Shambling along? Unknowing that my time has passed?
So, actually, you only took 11 points of damage.
Oh, I'm doing okay.
Are there still bodies floating?
Yeah. You know, like, there's a couple more. In fact, would you please
roll a die?
Yes. Roll me a d6, please.
6. As Gordo's trudging through the water, he's going, Wereshark, where are you?
All right. Well, at this point, you still haven't found the wereshark, but you did find the captain.
Oh, Captain.
What?
Captain's here.
At least...
I think he started talking before he finished explaining what state the captain was in.
Oh.
Yeah. So you started talking because you saw the face of the captain as you pulled up the body, and you say, the captain's here, and you're swimming him back. But it's really easy to swim him back.
Oh, my word.
Oh, my God.
I pull his head up out of the water.
Yeah, well, his head comes up, his shoulders and torso comes up, but down below the belly button, there's nothing.
Oh,
Sonny had started running over when he said that the captain was here, and he sees that. He's like,
oh, no, turn around, Sonny. Turn around. Nothing for you to see here. False alarm. No captain here. Sonny? Oh, it's too late, isn't it? All right, captain's dead.
Captain.
There he is.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Well, he was, fighting and got kind of smashed directly by a tentacle. So it wasn't that great for him. So yeah, unfortunately the captain Dizerm is no more.
Oh dear. Ayamun? Ayamun, you awake?
I am.
Okay. Well, you're the captain now, just so you know.
don't look, Mr. Lucky. It's too violent for your sensitive
sort of
eyes.
Stands up, walks over towards past the big dead body pile, sees what's left of the captain. I guess I am.
Hopefully it was quick and painless.
It does not look it.
No, I mean, I'm not as
that's why I said
familiar
hopefully.
with human anatomy,
So, you never know.
but that would hurt a lot if it happened to me.
Aya is just
Indeed.
sort of staring blankly towards the body right now from a distance.
Oh, geez, it's good Bumbo's not alive he is alive. Good thing he's not awake to see this, because he and the captain go way back.
Oh, my word, Mr. Gumbo. Sonny runs to Mr. Gumbo.
Yeah, you run over to Bumbo Gombok, and he's breathing. He's just unconscious. It looks like he might have a gnarly gash on his head.
Oh.
But turtles are pretty good in the water. It looks like he just got knocked unconscious rather than like having his lungs filled up.
Okay.
However, I'm going to go ahead and roll his points now.
Took 76 points of damage.
And then he died.
Ooh. All right. Cool. So he only took 11 points of damage as well. So, Gordo, can you roll me another d6, please?
All right. Looking through the water there, it's another one.
Oh, then you already rolled one?
I just did.
No, you rolled one earlier, too.
Oh.
You rolled a 1 where you got Drusilla.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you rolled a
4, maybe.
It was a 4, and that's when you got Krungus.
And then I think maybe I just rolled a 6.
You just rolled a 6, and you got the captain. So
and then I just rolled a 1
more, and you just rolled a 1. So re-roll that one.
4.
Okay, that was Krungus's number.
That was Krug's.
All right.
1.
Okay, so you know what? Like, no,
4.
you have.
Stop it.
This is a weighted die. You because you didn't. So it's going to just become more difficult to find people as you go, and that's why you have to re-roll them. I'm only giving you a certain number of chances each time you go out, or round, let's say. So this time you still you could only find the captain's body in this time, and probably because you may have taken a little bit of time to emotionally process that before going out to find another.
Possibly.
I mean, you can still go out and find more people who are notably missing. still. There's
Where shark?
where shark is missing.
Oh, and I assume Kagarkwa has not been seen
No, not at all.
among the pile or anything? Okay.
Mm-mm. You may recall he was also smashed by a big tentacle.
Oh, right.
So if the captain's looking like that,
Chances are.
yeah. Carl and Fabrioris are nowhere to be seen. Moist Mitch, missing. I believe Garrison was unconscious, but I don't believe anybody checked him. He was on the shore, but not moving. Am I missing anybody?
Tammy and Tawilba, they were on the shore.
Yeah,
like,
Tammy and
holding
Tawilba, they were not. They were like clutching each other, but not moving.
Yeah, Moist Mitch was below deck in the bilge, bailing out water. He's probably gone.
What about the hot doctor?
Fabulous.
Yeah,
Missing.
as well, along with Carl and Belle.
Wow.
You don't know where Belle is.
Who gives a shit about Belle? This is all their fault.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't. Who knows?
Mitch, Carl, Fabioris, Belle.
Okay, so anybody who's currently awake can roll me a perception check, please.
11.
7.
Also 11.
Aya is very distracted and just staring at the captain still, and rolled a 5.
I see.
If I did the check through Pecker's eyes, then I'd see more, but I'm not
sorry,
thinking
7.
to do that right now.
Oh, yeah, Ramsey could do his own check.
He could. He should. Go ahead. This is
Would
just
he
this
communicate
is just
anything
perception.
to anyone?
Communicate to me. He got a what is this modifier there? That's a 17.
All right. Ramsey makes a noise like, and he like kind of headbutts you, Gordo. He makes eye contact and he like whips his head out towards a piece of floating wreckage that's just in the water.
There! And I'll run to the wreckage.
Sure. As you swim out to the wreckage, you hear a voice that goes, "Oh, this isn't bad, actually. This is where am I? This is it's very damp, very moist down here."
Moist Mitch, you're alive?
Who is
Gordo,
that?
chef of the Purng Kiln.
Oh, yes, Gordo. It's good to see you. What happened?
Not quite sure. Piecing it together. Seem to be in some sort of cave. Everyone's on shore over there. See?
Oh, good. You can see him. He's got a bucket over his head that he's looking at you from under. And he says, "I felt the ship just, I don't know, fall apart. And so I did what I always do, and I hide in my bucket."
Well, probably a good choice. You seem to escape this without any head trauma.
Yes, I suppose I did.
Do you need any help getting to shore? Or I think you could take off the bucket now.
He nods and he lifts the bucket off and he goes, what is that smell?
I don't know.
It's very familiar.
Well, I don't dare ask why. The shore's right there. See them?
Oh, I can make it on my own.
Oh, good. I was hoping you'd say that.
It doesn't look like he's actually in a hurry. He's starting to look around everywhere else aside from the shore.
Well, you can stay in the water if it suits you.
I'll collect myself and be with you soon.
Cam is on the shore. He's gonna talk to Sonny and Aya. Hey, so I suppose we should have some kind of little funeral for the captain and all. Do you think Captain Desizerm would have appreciated being buried at sea, buried underground?
cremated.
Betty didn't
I can do any of those.
I don't know. Mr. Gombok might know. Mr. Gombok,
Yeah, he
wake
might.
up! Mr. Gombok, wake up! I'm gonna start slapping him.
All right. I'm gonna roll to see if he reacts.
Okay.
Let me see. Let me look at this. No, he's not. He's not being very reactive as of yet.
I guess it's time to shock him.
No, Sonny, that hurts people.
What?
That hurts people.
But it woke you up.
Well, yes, because I was surprised by pain. But if we can wake them up another way that's not that, I think it would be appreciated a little more.
Mr. Gombok, wake up! I slap him again.
Okay. Great. At that point, he like kind of like, oh,
Oh, I got him in the eye. That did it.
he slowly like turns his head and he sees you and he's like, Sonny?
Hi, Mr. Gombok.
Where are we?
We're in a cave.
Well, Helmsman Gombok, we are somewhere we don't know where we are.
Oh. All right.
Mr. Gombok,
Hmm.
Captain's dead.
What?
Yeah, unfortunately, Gordo, me, Sonny, and Aya are all accounted for. A lot of the crew we picked up are still around, but I'm afraid the captain didn't make it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, Bumbo just goes real quiet and he nods a bit. You guys have seen a lot of crew like die.
Oh yeah.
And Bumbo's seen more than anybody. Because he's been on the ship the longest. So he just kind of he pulls himself up and slowly waddles over to where Ayamun is, and he just kind of like hunkers down and puts an arm over his shoulder and has a moment.
Gordo's still looking around.
There might be somebody who actually knows where we are. I'm going to telepathically communicate with Pecker. See where they flew in from. And if they've got any information.
Pecker didn't fly in from anywhere. He kind of just came to before everybody else. He pecked at you a few times. And then he went to one of the glowing orbs that are hanging in the fish nets and just kind of like
Gotcha.
Sat there for a while and looked around. What can you get with the telepathic sight from
all it says in the Find Familiar spell is that you can communicate with it telepathically. I don't know that it can necessarily give you anything other than like images and feelings. I don't know that it can talk.
Okay, yeah. So it's given you some like images to download from and does it have night vision? Does it?
Yeah, the familiar I'm using has dark vision.
Okay, great. So you get pictures from above of the scene, basically before anybody wakes up. And you do see Belle in some of these visions. And it's not like video, it's like stills like from a very bad security camera. And Belle is searching around, it looks like, but then suddenly takes off and goes towards the tunnel that goes up out of the water to your right. If you were looking at the water from the sand, to your right, kind of just disappears up there. Aside from that, Pecker just kind of witnessed everybody else waking up.
Well, Pecker has imparted on me that Belle the subject of our... Well, the person who hired us is still alive, so I guess, in a way, we could still complete our job. However, I don't know. Something seems kind of off about that. About them. They're just strange. I mean, who even wants to go to Girdle Gum?
When you say that out loud, Bumbo, still looking towards the captain, says,
That's a good question, actually. There's very little interest in Girdle Gum.
Not only that, didn't, I mean, it was, stormy and loud. I'm actually quite impressed his voice carried that far, but I'm fairly sure I heard Kagarkwa scream over the wind that we had taken something from him. Was he talking about Bell?
I don't know.
I mean, we didn't take Bell from anybody.
But maybe Bell took something from Kagarkwa. Well, it's a moot point now. Kagarkwa and all his crew look like they're fish food.
Maybe.
Most of them. Still got a hunch. Maybe one of them's alive.
Yeah, if you would like to roll perception, please.
Uh-huh. 11.
You don't really see anything different. You're listening. Moist Mitch is actually like kind of just mumbling to himself a lot. You kind of pick up occasionally rats is a word that he keeps repeating. Maybe fish too.
No
But
fish stew
aside
today.
from that, not fish stew, fish. He's talking about fish as well.
All right. Moist Mitch, could you keep it down? Trying to listen.
Oh, sorry.
Right, and Gordo will keep searching. Is Gordo near the how far away is the wall of the cave from the shore?
The one back behind you, if you're looking at the water?
I guess I'm like in the water looking for people, right?
Oh, right. Yeah, you keep going back in. Where are you? What was your question?
How far away is the wall of the cave?
The wall of the You mean from... Okay.
It's like a circular cave, right? And the island is in the center?
Well, it's more... It's not exactly a circle. It's got more of a shape that might be akin to a kidney or a stomach. It's got kind of this more... Yeah.
I would like to go to the wall of
shape.
the cave. And I would like to put my hand upon it.
You can... Yes. All right. Great.
Gordo's got a noggin.
Right. So you touch the wall. You feel that it's slick, a little bit slimy.
Yeah, it sure is.
Yeah. And it's a little bit warm.
Everyone, I have an announcement to make. I think we might be in the belly of the beast. AKA, I think we're in the Hobio's stomach. It's just a hunch, but this wall feels sort of slimy, and the water
Oh my god.
like bile.
Cam will immediately cast Druidcraft to determine the weather for the next 24 hours.
Surprisingly, it looks really clear.
Oh.
You just kind of get a glowing sort of translucent sphere that clouds just travel through, but no rain, no sleet or snow.
Well, if wherever we are, it's not going to rain in here.
Thank you for that, Kim.
You so there is a whooshing back and forth. You've all noticed this, the waves that kind of come from one of the tunnels. And as you hear Gordo say that, you do notice slightly the tunnel itself kind of undulates. not quickly. You probably didn't notice it before because you thought you were just in a cavern, but that thing's moving.
Wiggling.
Mm-hmm.
Peristaltically. Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, sometimes you can see it kind of squeeze and like contract and then expand. There's also, if you listen really closely after this announcement, you can kind of hear like gurgling sounds and an occasional big whoosh. And the ground, you notice, doesn't seem as stable as you used to kind of perceive it as. If you stand still long enough, you can sort of get a wobble going.
We're still standing on like sand though?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. In fact, make a perception check.
5.
You're just kind of like scratching your head like, how'd this sand happen?
I got a 21 perception.
Cool. It looks like sand came from somewhere else and was dumped here continuously until you got a little embankment.
There are fishnets hanging, aren't there?
Yep. There are fishnets
Oh, Lord,
hanging on the walls holding up little glowing globules.
I think people live in the Hobio.
This is really friggin' weird.
Oh, no. Wow. I didn't need this today.
What do we do?
This is existentially terrifying. I mean, this legendary sea beast has a whole potential. Well, I feel like we gotta find out if there's anybody else alive down here.
Where do the footprints that you say lead? They're leading west?
No, if you're standing on the sand and looking at the far wall across the water and you're saying that's north,
sure.
The footprints lead south.
Okay.
Along with like tracks that look like something was dragged.
Which I don't know this in character, but like is that the same direction you were saying that Belle went?
No.
Okay.
So again, the tunnels are there's one behind you.
Mm-hmm.
To the south, where the footprints go off to. There's one to the right that Cam saw through Pecker's eyes Belle went into. There's one slightly larger one that is north to the east slightly, that it has the waves that are kind of undulating out of it occasionally. There's one to the left of that, let's say northeast, that goes up steeply. And then another one to the west that it looks pretty big, but it's also got bunches of rocks and split barrels and crates just like piled up into it. Like kind of like half full of that.
Got it.
Like barricaded?
It's not blocked off. No, it just kind of looks like a lot of stuff has collected there.
In water, quote unquote.
Yeah, but the stuff is piled up above the water line.
Yeah, got it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, folks. Well, I would like to give the captain a bit of a send-off if possible, but I'm not sure we're going to be able to do that in here.
I think the best bet is to do the whole cremation thing. I don't think the captain would want to potentially be buried in the belly of a sea beast.
Yeah, I agree.
Bumbo stands up from where he was kneeling next to the captain's remains, and he's
if we can find a suitable vessel, we can take him with us if we can get out of here. That would be what I would choose.
Well, there's plenty of nets and wood. I'm sure we can craft a little casket we can drag around.
No, I think the cremation thing's probably Well, can you do that?
Oh, yeah, I can just keep throwing fireballs at him. It's not the most elegant way to go, but
Maybe we
it's not
maybe
nothing.
we can make a pyre.
Yeah, maybe we can.
I mean, I look around. Is there any dry wood?
In the tunnel that has like the rocks, the big rocks and the broken stuff, there might be some drier stuff down there, but the wreckage in the water, definitely not. And whatever wreckage is on the little sandbank that you're on probably would need a lot of coaxing to catch.
Yeah. Well, I'll at least go and investigate the western tunnel for any like loose barrels that seem to have been out of the water, sort of on top, that I can maybe, take a piece or two to get a fire going.
Sure.
But if it's like too far in, I'm not gonna like expedition for it or anything.
Sure. So actually, yeah, if you can go ahead and make me an investigation check.
Okay, 14 plus. I do not have investigation, so plus 0, 14.
Okay. Yeah, no, you're seeing some fairly dried stuff here. You're seeing definitely some shattered barrels and wood that's piled up. You go in a little deeper, you see some like crates and barrels that aren't broken. They're just kind of like back here a bit. So I would say, like you even see like oars from ships kind of like stacked up. As you keep looking, you see it looks like stuff was put here.
Got it.
Looks like it's kind of organized. Like a little further back out of line of sight from the embankment. But the tunnel keeps going in a bit. And you've found a good amount of material that you could pull back to make a small pyre with.
Yeah. While I'm looking around, I will see if there's any small like jar or anything. Just some vessel we could put the ashes.
Oh, like an urn?
Yeah. I mean,
Life-size?
ideally an urn, but
Right. Yeah.
Like an urn or a kiln.
Like an urn
kiln.
We're gonna make a kiln, then we're gonna use an urn. This totally wasn't what I was thinking.
Might I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Well, if we are in the belly of the beast, and we light a fire, we might cause it to become upset from the inside. However, seeing as we do not know the way out, it might be a good idea to have that figured out before we decide to irritate its internal organs. Just a suggestion. I don't really know the anatomy of hobios, but...
Cam, with just kind of a constant flame going in his hand, just kind of looks down at it, looks up at Gordo, looks down at it, looks up at Gordo. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But
and he continues to have the flame in his hand.
Cam's flame doesn't produce smoke though, right?
It's just, probably not. I don't know. It's just a magic fire that sits in his hand.
I imagine that it's just like it's a plasma that doesn't burn on anything but ether.
Yeah. It's coming out of a small portal from the flame dimension.
Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. I think that one would be fine. I don't think it would irritate anybody. Yeah, if you're so you were looking for wood a second ago. Ayamun, do you have dark vision as a tiefling?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll an investigation check for any suitable vessel.
Come on, roll good. That is literally just a 10.
10. Like you go a little bit further in, and like the sound of your companions' voices start to get a little dimmer, or quieter than you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
Just going off on your own. You don't find anything yet.
Got it. I'll turn around and just hobble back with the pyre makings.
Sure. Yeah, you can like basically pile stuff up in one of the nets that you got. you know, and like throw an oar over your shoulder and, you know, come back. And you got enough stuff that you would think that it would at least get a start, and you might have to
coax it,
replenish it.
Yeah,
it's not like a full-sized pyre.
Yeah, but it'll do.
Yeah, you can't carry that much back anyway.
Well, we don't have a full-sized body to burn anyway. Too soon.
Having said what he just said, Gordo's looking around at all the tunnels, and I think is curious about the one that kind of angles up.
Like steeply
the
up?
steeply up one, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to walk over to that tunnel and like kind of look up, like see if I can see anything, like light, teeth. I don't
Sure,
know.
you have to swim over to that side.
Okay.
The bottom of this chamber is deeper than that, and the walls are fairly steep over there. But it's a smaller hole, probably about the width of two people standing shoulder to shoulder next to each other. It kind of constricts and expands along with what you're gaining is a sense of like just this body's natural rhythm, but it seems to react a little bit more than the other tunnels. It's smaller and it's more noticeably moving.
And how steep is it? Is it like totally vertical?
It's not totally vertical, but it is. To scale it would be very difficult, considering the walls are like slimy, like mucus interior.
Yeah. Since I'm like treading water and stuff, I'll just go back to the sand and tell everyone else what it looks like, what I just saw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Does anyone have, I would say, history or arcana as a
proficiency?
I've got arcana.
Let me look at Bumbo as well, because he is a bard of the lore college. So
I have arcana. Sonny has arcana.
I got a +4 to arcana.
Cool. Anyone can roll me history or arcana.
I got a 19.
15.
Well, yeah. There's not a lot of accounts of people that have come out of the bellies of hobios. There's been stories, but like nobody believes them.
Yeah, most people assume it's just talk.
Right.
All like, I survived a hobio. I'm a big deal.
Right. Like it's usually by some kind of cunning maneuver that seems outlandish, but nothing's really coming to mind as what those were.
Man, Cam is just kind of staring at the water. He looks at everyone and says, I swear that while I was out there drowning, I had this dream. And plants don't usually dream, but it was so vivid. I swore we all got rescued, and we were on a ship, and we were talking about starting a restaurant. I really kind of wish that was actually what happened, but now we're... Oh, God.
Weird. I had a dream that Ayamun and Bumbo had both died.
Oh, my God. Well, I'm glad that didn't come true.
Right. So am I.
If we make it out of here, should we start a restaurant?
Wait, really? You mean it?
Yeah, I mean, if we're in a hobio, the chances are slim, but...
I have to admit, I was feeling a bit unmotivated. But that sort of...
Well, there you go. That's
my light at the end of the tunnel.
That's your motivation to make it out of here, Gordo. We're gonna start a restaurant.
I'll tell you what,
we're gonna call it the Purng Kiln 2.
Oh my God, that's perfect. You hear that, Ramsey? We're going to be true chefs of a real establishment.
Wait, have you not been true chefs this whole time?
I've been the galley crew on a ship. A true chef works in a restaurant, Sonny.
Huh.
It's my dream. First I had to pay off this debt to the captain. But that ends when the ship
Right.
ends. Well, and definitely when the captain ends.
Yeah, we should, well, Hobio, a reaction to smoke and fire be damned. I say we do it anyway.
I've identified what might be the throat, or perhaps the anus.
It's kind of shocking that the two would be so close together.
It might be one and the same. I don't know the anatomy of a hobio.
That's true. They might only have one mouth. Whole thing.
You looked at a starfish up close? I have, right before I cooked it. It was not very tasty, I have to admit.
I mean, I excrete oxygen as my waste, so...
Well, then I'm glad you're in here. I walk one step closer to Cam and
well,
take a
it's
deep
not
breath.
enough for anyone to... Like, if there were no air, we'd all be dead either way.
All right, I start building the pyre around the captain.
Yeah, I'll help.
Has anyone tended to Drusilla or to
I thought I was going
Krungus?
to... When I rolled that medicine check a while back, I thought I was kind of checking everybody.
Okay, great. So, I mean, that was a really good roll. You did check and stabilize everybody. They're all alive. Though the new crewmates were not nearly as hardy as you guys, being...
Is Krungus alive? I thought he had no pulse.
Yeah, that's true. Krungus did not have a pulse. Those are things.
Or did he have? Did he have a pulse and he wasn't? I don't remember.
Well,
he seemed more dead than the others.
His skin was cold.
Ah,
Drusilla was warm but not breathing.
Suspiciously warm.
Well,
Suspicious.
oddly,
Right.
it was her all along.
seize the hobio.
Yeah. Krungus. Okay, so we'll just do this. If Krungus was not dead.
Oh,
he wasn't dead. He was cold. He was a different shade than he was when he boarded the ship. He was like a kind of... You said he was a half orc.
yeah, he's a half orc. More orc than half, but he was not entirely orc. Mostly orc.
Right. I'm just asking out of curiosity. Also, like Drusilla and Tammy and Twilba, they're conscious at this point. Like they're
Moist
stirring.
Mitch is still splashing around out there.
Yeah. He's not necessarily the most social person, and you kind of get a sense that he's actually enjoying this, but he's looking around for rats.
Yeah.
Man, what a freak.
Yeah, I think he'd be perfectly happy if we just sort of left him here.
Maybe.
He doesn't seem to be eating the corpses, which is a good sign.
That is definitely a good sign. All right. Well, glad most of our crew is okay. It could have turned out a lot worse for us. Just look at the Kagakwa's crew here. They're all dead.
I mean, if it looks like Krungus is alive but just very cold, I'll go ahead and cure wounds him.
Okay. Yeah.
That heals a pretty small amount of health.
Oh yeah. Also, they're all in pretty bad shape. Like it's just
Sure.
as far as like they're kind of like you stabilized them, so they didn't die. But yeah, they're all at about 0 or 1. If you, upon realizing that you're in this, beast, and you want to, you can roll investigation checks or just, spend a good amount of time looking around to see if you notice anything about its
I
functions.
want to look at the other hole, the one in the middle of the sandy beach that had like a drag marks going down into it. That one goes straight down, right?
Sure.
It's like a hole.
No, it goes back.
Oh, it's not a hole down. It's a hole forward.
Nope. It's like a tunnel. It's a tunnel, and the sand continues into it.
And all the other ones are water tunnels?
The two that go up don't have water in them.
The other straight ones are water tunnels.
The big one has like a good amount of water in it. And the one that's got rocks and stuff, that's, like the shape of the tunnel would go down under the water.
And the tunnel that you said that in the bird's vision, I forget Cam's Pecker. Oh, Pecker. Pecker's vision said...
You forget Cam's Pecker.
The vision from Pecker showed Belle going down the tunnel with the sand.
Did you tell them about that, Cam?
About Belle?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I didn't catch that part. No, it's actually the tunnel, if you're facing the water from the sand, that went to the right, that goes up
I think
slightly.
we should go down that one. Would someone like to come with me?
Did you stop by the tunnel that's, behind you? Okay.
I'm going to do that after the fire's burning.
Yeah.
We'll get the pyre going first.
Hey, Ayamun, a lot of this stuff that you brought back's in pretty good condition.
What about it?
That's just kind of odd. It's dry, and you brought back a lot of stuff that's, like, intact.
I believe I was kind of organized over there, actually. I feel like perhaps there's,
Oh.
like we've kind of thought so far, I feel like there might be, people staying in here. Sorry, I'm a little out of it, and it's a bit much to take in.
Oh, that's understandable.
And he pats you on the back.
Well, seeing as we're stuck in here, and this might be the belongings of the people who theoretically live in here, I still suggest maybe we don't burn it, so that if there are people living in here, we start out on a better foot than one, in which case we have burned their equipment or their storage or whatever this is.
Cam's gonna trudge over to the place with all the dry stuff and just yell loudly into the cave. Hey! Hey, is there anybody back there?
Oh.
We want to use some of your stuff for a funeral pyre. We want to see if you don't mind if we burn it.
I'll roll for initiative.
Okay, so what happens is you get your voice echoed back to you from that tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a long wait. It's a pretty quick return.
Oh.
Yeah. So that happens, and then a few seconds go by, and everyone roll a perception check.
3.
16.
10.
14.
Bumbo is the first one to notice that there is a...
He goes, wait, shut up.
And he cups his hand to the side of his head and listens toward the tunnel, which would be behind you if you were looking towards the far wall across the water. The tunnel with the sand. And after a couple seconds, you can all hear what sounds like a bunch of movement and grunting. Like, and then padding footsteps that are just kind of like,
Oh, Jesus.
lots of them.
Oh, no.
And now do we roll for initiative?
And now as you look at that tunnel, you can see, oh, yeah, there's, it's kind of dimly lit in there as well. Whereas the other tunnels aren't really well lit at all. Like, so you don't see anything. If you want to prepare for battle.
I'm going to step around the sort of the theoretical corner of this tunnel to be like in the main body, out of line of sight of the just straight out, and have my hand on my rapier if I have my rapier.
Yeah, you have anything that was on your person and nothing that wasn't.
Okay. Well, I'll be ready for combat.
I will be ready for combat. I'm going to stand right next to Ramsey.
And Sonny and Cam?
Sonny will hide behind Bumbo.
All right. He puts an arm back and, kind of moves you both back, looking for some place where you could kind of get a good vantage, but not be seen so readily. There are some, some spots where you could duck behind, like a little bit of wreckage poking out of the sand. Not a whole lot of cover. Cam?
I think Cam's just gonna stand at the ready. Just ready to, get casting spells if things start looking bad. Actually, hold on. I think I should just cast preemptively because it's a cantrip, and I feel like it's probably only gonna be. Yeah, I'll cast Shillelagh on myself. On my quarterstaff.
Sure. All right. Yeah. So the padding footsteps and the grunting, and there you can now also hear like the clanging of metal, coming from the southern tunnel. It's getting louder and louder, but there's also this really kind of weird lurch that happens with the entire chamber as that's happening. Can everyone roll me a bit of a constitution check? It's a very sudden big lurch.
Constitution or dexterity?
Both. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I was going to let you keep standing, but go ahead and roll a dexterity check.
A save?
Yes, save.
Alrighty. Well, I only got 11 on the dexterity
12.
save. Do you want both a constitution check and a dexterity
Oh,
save?
yes. Go ahead and do the dexterity first.
26.
Okay.
For dexterity?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody below 10?
Yep. No. Wrong one.
Not for dexterity, but I just
Dexterity.
rolled a natural 1 for the constitution.
Oof.
Okay. Wait. So before you go on. Okay, so nobody below 10, right? All right, so there's a little bit of stumbling around that happens, but you're all on your feet. Okay. Now con, please.
5.
16.
Natural 1.
23.
Okay. So Sonny and Cam, you both hurl. It's uh-huh.
Oh, there was still water in me.
Yeah, but there was also oh wait, you don't eat, do you, Cam?
I don't know that I have to.
Right. Okay. I forgot about the whole food thing. But
Sholins can still vomit. It's fine.
yeah.
They have a stomach sac. They can eat and get something out of it. Just it's not their main method of nutrient. They need the sun. Actually, being in here is bad because if my race goes without the sun for a day, I'd start to get exhausted.
Ooh, no.
Yeah.
No, try not to chunder.
Yeah.
You know, the hobio isn't supposed to like vomit.
In fact, let's just say both of you vomit on the wall.
Why do I vomit in every one of your games?
It's a recurring theme when I am the DM that people lose their guts. It's my favorite Constitution check. The walls don't react so great to that.
Uh-oh.
It's kind of an allergic reaction. There's another like kind of like contraction of all of the walls.
Ugh.
Right? You can see the tunnels like kind of pucker a little bit. And the sand underneath you is like kind of like shifting and shuddering, and the waters itself get like the more waves come back from the bigger tunnel to the north. But things calm down a little bit. There's a bit more of a lurching, reeling feeling to the ground, but it's not as sudden as it was a little bit ago. Okay.
Let ye be woozy when the hobio comes a hobbling.
Do you say that out loud?
I do.
You just hear Bumbo kind of go, "Oh yeah."
I think I vomited a little bit on your foot, Mr. Gumbo. I'm sorry.
It's fine, Sonny. Get ready.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and tell you what happens next. So what you see...
Real bait and switch on that one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You see 9 what look like humanoid fish people.
Yay.
Burling.
Someone's happy.
Burling out of the tunnel, and they're followed by one that's a bit bigger and beefier. They've got purple skin and scales, walking upright, and they're kind of like wearing these like very stained and tattered, damp cloths covering their torsos. The smaller ones, they're holding spears and nets, and the bigger one, he's got kind of like more of a it's like a hook, and oddly shaped, more decorative spear that comes out after, and they spill out in front of you out of the tunnel. And since you guys are to the side, if you've gotten as far out of vision as you want, you can go ahead and each take a surprise round.
Alrighty.
Because from their vantage point, coming out of the tunnel, they do see a big half-orc lying on the ground, and a smaller green woman kind of kneeling or sitting next to him. And they see 2 small gnomes off to the left as they're coming out. So they kind of get a little tunnel vision on there, and they don't see the rest of you stacked up against the walls.
Do they seem hostile?
Well, they got spears, and they seem alert. If you want to give them a second to see what they do with the, Tammy and Tawilba and Drusilla and
Cam will step out into their vision and wave and say, "Hello, greetings."
As soon as you do that, Gordo's gonna follow your lead and just wave, and looking over at Ramsey, he'll like tap his elbow from the bottom and be like, "Come on, be polite."
Okay.
We both are just waving there with you.
I stays hidden.
Yeah, so as you do that, they get more excited. They probably don't get very many guests down here. But their excitement, the gleam in their eyes does not look friendly. Roll initiative, please.
Woo!
Y'all walk out and try to talk to the Kuatoa that are exiting the tunnel. And as you do that, Tammy, Tawilba, and Drusilla, realize that a fight's coming and they're in no condition to be around for any of that. And they take off to the closest tunnel that's to them. So Tammy and Twilba jump in the tunnel that has the rocks piled up with the crates and everything in there. And they just disappear into that tunnel. Drusilla disappears into the other tunnel that goes slightly upward that Pecker's vision had seen Belle go into. And Ayamun,
Yes.
you are first in initiative order. However, before you take any action whatsoever, I'd like you to roll me a perception check.
Yes, please. I rolled a 12. And I have dark vision.
Okay. You kind of see Drusilla stop short in front of the tunnel that she's heading to. And then she continues going after a second, but slower, more carefully.
Interesting.
Curious.
Mm-hmm. So, it's your turn.
It
It looks like the Kuatoa are hungry and vicious. They're not necessarily looking to talk, and I don't think they can talk to you.
Okay, is there a place where I can be within 5 feet of a creature with not only one creature within 5 feet of me?
What?
Is there a place where I can be 5 feet within 5 feet of a creature, but only with no other creatures within 5 feet of me?
So just next to one creature that has nothing else next to you or it.
Not it. It's just me.
Okay.
And you're not talking about teammates. You're talking about a creature.
Anything. I mean, unless there is a teammate next to one, that's fine too.
Okay, so it's not like a pack tactics or anything like that.
No, it's
Okay.
swashbuckler. I just can't be surrounded in any way.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like they're coming out of the tunnel, and the tunnel can only fit about 2.5 people, so 2 people at a time. They're coming out, and they're not looking to the left or the right because they see in front of them a couple diplomats. And, you can totally just pick off one without anybody on the other side of you or, like, to the left or the right.
Okay. They are running are they running towards Cam and Gordo right now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll just run basically straight at the first one that looks the most angry, pulling out my rapier and make a swing at it.
Okay, so this is one of the little guys.
Okay,
So-
I crit.
Great. I think that hits his armor class. So
Okay, well. So, because he's alone and I'm a swashbuckler, I get sneak attack.
okay.
So I run up and I do 13, 16, 20, 24, 34, 39 damage, or 43 damage.
Okay, so how are you striking with your rapier?
I was gonna. It's technically a stabbing weapon, but I was just gonna, as I draw it, basically just swing across the neck of the one in front of me.
How much was the damage?
43 damage.
Yeah, so what actually happens since you're doing a little slashing motion and you crit, and it's absolutely unnecessary to double your damage on any of that. What happens is your blade goes clean through one and then a second right behind him. Like just like clean through, and the head's just kind of whoop 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 spiral, like just spin off behind them with a smattering of black green blood spraying everywhere.
Oh my god.
Yep. That's you just knocked out 2 from the advance. You know what? I'm gonna say you knocked out 2 from the little first pack of these Kuatoa with that one swing. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
I mean, I was just gonna. was because I'm a swashbuckler. I was going to make the attack and then dance backwards because
Sure.
I don't get attacks of opportunity.
I mean, you can do the hustle if you want.
But yeah, I'll just yeah. I'll just like do that, do a little flick of the blade, and then just walk backwards intimidatingly. Just like sort of step back and like just get
Come
like
at me,
prepare
bro.
to fight. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's my turn.
Hold on. I wasn't even done filling out boxes. Great. This is fun.
Rogue crits.
Rogue crit. Hit the road.
Silly Billy rogues.
All right. If that's your turn,
It is.
then
Actually, wait. I can bonus action dash, so I'll just stay in there.
okay. And you only have one attack?
Yeah, rogues.
Great.
Hit once, but they hit hard.
Yeah. These guys are softer than you've normally been up against. So we then move on to Bumbo. Bumbo, seeing this spectacle before him of the ease with which you lopped off their heads, he's gonna take out his hand axe, and he's just gonna try to chop a fish face. Ooh, but he swings and he misses because he was worried of leaving Sonny unprotected while he was doing this. Yep, he just dries a tear from his eye, and let's see here. What is this? He's gonna turn on his heel and running to block Sonny. He's going to cast Healing Word towards our unconscious friend Krungus. Let's just say
Thought I healed Krungus already.
yeah, well, I mean you stabilized him. Did you pour any healing into it?
Yeah, I cast Cure Wounds on him. I didn't actually give you
what
a
is that?
number because I'd assumed.
Oh,
it
what was the
would,
number?
He is healed for 10 health from Cure Wounds.
Okay, cool. So yeah, he's up and about actually. He's now holding an oar that he picked up from the pyre. He didn't have any other weapon with him when he came, so he's just got a big bludgeoning oar. He seems to like it.
Well, I'm glad.
Great.
He likes it.
But who took the most damage? Was that you, Ayamun?
I think Cam and I took the same amount, right?
Yeah.
I think I have
Who
more
saw-
health than Cam, though.
All right. I mean, Gumbo's just gonna. He already did it. He casts Healing Word at our buddy Cam here.
Yeah, just spread the healing around,
Sure, he can do it so many times. You get the green die for this one. Boop. So that's 7 points.
Green for good. Ooh,
Yeah.
that is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm looking pretty good.
Cool. He backs up. It's now Gordo's turn.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Gordo is going to run forward. Actually, first he's going to let out this big bear roar, and his eyes will kind of like snap to this enraged look as he enters a frenzy, which is this custom class's version of a rage.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little different.
It's not a frenzied rage.
It is not a frenzied rage. It is just called a frenzy. Boop. There we go. And so that's a bonus action to do that. So now I have advantage on strength and strength saving throws, resistant to regular damage, and if I'm hit by anything within 5 feet of me, I can use my action to make an unarmed attack. So,
Nice.
and then also I have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws, and attacks versus me have advantage. So I'll run forward now. And as I do, Ramsey basically runs alongside me. And I'm going to just, with like claw-like hands, just on... we'll run toward as large of a grouping as we can.
Okay.
Of Kuatoa. And he's going to, with his clawed hands, just like make a whack at one of these guys.
Sure. Yeah. Basically, let's just think of it this way. They're little squadrons of 3. One of them had 2 heads taken out, and the next one's right behind them.
Cool.
So do you skip the one from the first squadron and go towards the second?
Yeah.
Okay. And so let's roll your attack first.
Okay. Cool. Oh my god. Why am I missing this today? I'm going to throw at the dice holder here. That's a nat 1.
Okay. Can
I am unlucky.
all right. Can you roll a dex save for me?
Mm-hmm. Which I have disadvantage for. That's a 12.
Okay, that was the arbitrary number I set in my head for this.
Amazing.
So you actually don't fall prone,
Great.
but you stumble off and you run into the wall after whiffing with as much force as you got. So you kind of bonk your head. The wall's fairly soft, so I'm just going to half this. You take 1 point of damage.
Okay, great. All right. And then for attack number 2, the extra attack, part of the attack action, we'll just turn around, go, ah! And then another frenzied attack. There we go. This time we've got a 20 Susio.
20?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, that hits.
All right. Sick. So we'll do... that is going to be 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, great. Yeah, the one that you hit on the return, you take a sizable chunk out of his shoulder and put a sizable chunk of fear into his heart. He's looking pretty messed up. Like off the bat.
Well, as a reaction, as Ramsey's reaction, he can attack. He can use his reaction to attack. I didn't command him because that would have been a bonus action. So he's next to me though, so he'll attack any of the 3 that are there. That can be your choice, I guess.
He's still a bear.
Mm-hmm. He is.
Yeah, he saw the one. He saw the blood. He's gonna go for that one.
All right.
You can go ahead and roll an attack.
All right. That is a 17.
That hits.
All right, cool. And we'll do... This is 1d6 plus 6. That's going to be a 7 piercing bite. 7 piercing damage for a bite, yes.
Okay. Let me... You just said the style of damage. Let me see if there's any kind of thing. I don't think there is.
Immunity to damage.
Immunity to all damage. They really don't.
Oh, if it's worth noting, my fists and Ramsey's attacks both count as magical attacks. Because of hockey or something like that.
Oh my god.
In case of what?
It's because of something called hockey. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm missing the reference.
It's a One
I
Piece thing.
just barely understand the reference.
Okay.
It's just
I know
a
it's from One Piece. That's what I know about it.
I don't know anything about One
class
Piece.
from the One Piece 5e supplement thing. Someone
The
made.
only thing I know
I
about
see.
One Piece.
That's hilarious. Okay. Awesome. Great. So Ramsey bears down on this this guy, right? It's just like is it a slashing or biting attack?
Piercing bite.
Piercing bite. His Ma comes on.
Ma?
Comes down onto
Ma?
his ma.
Ma, what
His-
are you doing here?
His Mima. his big snarling mouth with its razor sharp teeth comes down right onto the shoulder of this Kuatoa, who's already got the fear of death in him, and pierces right into his clavicle here, just missing the is that the carotid artery? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just missing it. Just barely missing it, but like sinking really deeply into that. The Kuatoa manages to like turn and not lose its footing, but that poor bastard's rough and bleeding profusely. So next up, is there anything else you have going on?
Nope. That's it for this round.
Great. Okay, Cam.
Cool. You said there was the clinking of metal. Are any of them wearing metal?
No, they're just, kind of sloppy, and they're carrying spears. The metal tips kind of just clanked around.
Gotcha. That's disappointing, I will admit. I instead will cast a spell.
Mm-hmm.
But which spell do I cast? Oh, no. I know which spell I'm going to cast. I think this will hit a good majority of them. It's a 20-foot cube. I'm going to cast Fairy Fire on the lot.
Cool.
They must make a dexterity saving throw.
Does that include
All right.
us or
What how big is this thing?
A 20-foot cube. So it is
Does that
a
mean,
4x4 square. Well, like on a map, it would be a 4 5x5 or like 4 5 foot
20 foot by 20 foot by 20 foot.
Yeah. Cube.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, you can pretty much get all of them.
Okay. I definitely want to get the big guy. They have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Cool.
DC 16.
I missed something that they could do. You said 16?
Yes.
Okay, and yeah, so 3 of them made it out. What's the
So basically, anything that failed, the ones that made it out are fine, but any that fail are now shedding dim light in a 10-foot radius, and any attack against one of the creatures that is shedding light has advantage.
rad? Okay, great.
whoa?
Awesome. Is that all for your turn?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. So you see 3 of them, including the one that's barely hanging on to life, kind of, did a little tumble, side step away from the fairy fire, but that leaves 4 of the little guys and the big guy glowing. All right. Anything else? Do you want to move? Do you want to?
I'll just hang out where I'm at. I'll kind of like get between the less strong crew members and the fish people.
Okay. Cool.
Just so they'll come after me before them.
Right. Well, the one that's next is from the first pack that came out of the door, but he. I don't know if you've ever smelled fish piss, but now you have. He's terrified, and he tries to strike out at Ayamun, but misses terribly. And is just kind of like looking around, trying to find where he could like maybe get back behind his glowing teammates. He himself is glowing. And he looks like he might bolt, but he doesn't. And then it's the big guy's turn. So the big guy is confused by what's going on with his skin right now, but he's seen that he's got quite a number of formidable folks, and he sees one of his teammates out running out alone. So he's gonna go after Ayamun as well. Looks like that's the person to beat. So he does a little strike at you with his claws, and he just hits. I know he does, but what's your armor class?
18.
Great, he hits. As he comes up upon you, and the thing is, there's something weird about his strike. He
is he gonna hook me?
He deals 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
But also, there seems to be a charge of 3 points of lightning damage that goes into it as well. So you get a bit of a sizzle and pop going on from his strike.
Alrighty.
Yeah. But then he also bites at you because he's like that. And, I have to roll he crits with this bite. So, good thing I have to roll this again. Okay, well, I rolled a 1 on the D4, so that's 2 plus 2, 4 points for the bite.
Okay. I'm at 10 health, I think.
It gets you in a real weak spot. Does more damage than you think it should. Just pierces a little too deeply. And, then he pulls away and is laughing at you.
Right.
Seeing how much he's taken out of you. Right. At this point, you the more perceptive of you can hear a splash and a yell coming from the water, and you just you hear the padding of feet, and you see this big burly hulking figure go, "I'm a wereshark!" He's running right in.
Oh my god!
And he's actually gonna, because he sees he's naturally drawn to the biggest competitor. He's gonna go ahead and try to attack the Kuatona monitor that just attacked Ayamun.
Well, he has advantage on that attack roll.
Yes,
He's glowing.
How true. He crit. Let me see if he crits again.
Double crit? Does that do anything?
No. There's nothing. I just wanted to see for statistics. So he's got a javelin with him. Just found swimming through the muck and the mire. He was keeping hidden from all of you because he didn't know
if you would
kill him or not. But it seems like you were probably his best chance of getting out of here. So, this javelin does it's a glancing blow, unfortunately. So he gets 2 plus 3. That's 5 into that guy right there. But let's see here. I picked a thing for him that I don't know how to do. Anyway, he's just gonna, stand there and hulk a little bit and smile and, nod at you like, yeah, now we're brothers in arms. I'm a wereshark. So that's
I'm mostly just cradling my now bleeding shoulder.
Yeah. So that didn't do a ton of damage for this big old guy. It looks like it's going to take a bit of work to take that guy down. But now you have an extra teammate.
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
Up next is I think that was actually supposed to be
Sonny? I don't think he's gone.
No, it is Sonny. It was supposed to be Ramsey, but Ramsey actually attacked. I wrote 10 instead of writing Ramsey.
Nice.
Yeah. So now it's Sonny Goblin.
Okay. Sonny Goblin has his dagger out, and he's just watching everything happen. And he's trying to work up his courage to do anything. He's like, oh, wow, okay, oh no, okay, oh no, okay, oh no. And that's all he's going to do his turn.
Very good, very good. That's someone needs the bravery spell.
Oh my god.
Well, that brings us to
Sonny is so cute. He's just growing. He's learning.
He's learning.
One day he'll be a big brave pirate warrior.
Yeah.
But not today.
Nope. Not this round of combat.
So the group that made it out of the fairy fire, they go now. And
They go now?
they stack up on Ramsey.
Not on Gordo?
No, because the Ramsey was the last one to hit, and the closest. So they just all pounce on Ramsey, and they. What is Ramsey's armor class?
One moment.
When you say stack up, do they get on top of each other's shoulders?
Yes, they're all standing on top of each other, and they're gonna fall with their
Perfect.
spears onto them. It's a really weird formation.
I like it.
But, like, how can you defend against the 3 points at once? You can't.
Mm-mm. You can.
Stepping to the left.
Exactly. Instead of running away from the wheel that's chasing you, you just kind of go off to the side. No one ever thinks of that in the movies.
Oh.
Mm-mm.
The thing's falling on us. Let's run away from it rather than step to the side.
It is 16.
Okay, so they hit exactly 16, unfortunately. And so this will be, I like to roll. I'm going to roll them each differently. Okay, so 12 points of damage.
All right.
Okay. How's Ramsey looking?
He's at half health.
Okay, cool.
And
So
not a single one of them attacks me, huh?
no, they
God damn it. That's fine.
this was not because I was thinking of doing any maneuvers. It was just because they're not that bright. They're reactionary in this way. So
I am too. Wink, wink.
all right. Now, it is our friend Krungus's turn.
Yeah!
Yeah, get him, Krungus. Got
Krungus
advantage. Unless he attacks one of the ones that's not glowing.
Krungus was closer to the pyre because he was going to fetch that big old ore, which means he's closer to Ayamun and the were shark and the big fella. And Krungus, much like the were shark, has the mentality of going after the biggest guy every time. Is Fairy Fire still on him, or is it just after that one attack?
Fairy Fire's on him for like a minute.
It doesn't
It's
go away
concentration.
after like a hit?
Oh, no. No. It's just any attacks against them for the duration. As long as I keep the spell up, they have advantage against him.
All right, great.
Fairy Fire's a very good spell.
Yes. Usually people only use it for invisible objects.
That's right, but it can also be used to just give everybody advantage.
Excellent. Especially when people are all grouped up. All right. Krungus does hit. He's not got... Oh, dear. All the damage dice are getting ones these days, huh? He, because the ore has this, the paddle on the end of it, he tries to swing it like he would swing a mast, but the wind kind of shoves him off of the point that he was aiming for, or the air
Yeah. It's
resistance.
like making a spank with a paddle without holes in it. It's just not
Yeah.
as good.
Exactly. He wanted to go with a different approach, but the oar turned in his hand, and he ends up only hitting him for 3 points.
How does he hit him for only 3 points? Krungus's strength should be
Oh,
plus 5.
well then I don't know his strength.
I read his character sheet because I made it. Strength is the one thing he has that's good.
Yeah, so what would, if he's proficient in improvised weapons, thank you, and his strength modifier is plus 5?
I mean, it would just be a...
1d4 plus 5?
1d4 plus 5 for
Okay,
the damage.
so 6. Because he rolled a 1.
I got your back, Krungus.
Good, good.
Make sure Krungus gets his respect.
I was mixing up hit die with damage dice, and I rolled on a d12 for him. That's why I was only giving him plus 2. Yeah, it's not the way things work. That's why I'm not a DM all the time. All right, after Krungus, we have the glowing set of little Kuatoa dudes. They were the last out of the tunnel. The big guy kind of barged right through them. They're scattered. They see closer to the tunnel's entrance a big old bear that's being hit by 3 of their compatriots and a big old bugbear who's looking very angry right next to them. And they're going to, trust their compatriots and go after Gordo.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, they are. All right. What is your armor class, Gordo?
15.
15.
And don't they
so
all
yeah,
have
they what?
advantage?
What?
Don't they all
They have
have
advantage.
against?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they have advantage? Well,
Yep.
Because
okay.
he's friends, he's
Well, they hit,
basically
but maybe
attacking
they
recklessly.
hit, but maybe they crit. Oh, they don't crit, but they hit.
All right.
So, one of them is actually going to throw a net on you, and the other 2 are going to stab you with their spears. Yes. So,
I want to take my reaction to hit them.
you can take your reaction before they hit you?
No, so when I'm attacked, I can use my reaction to make an attack against them.
Okay.
To make an unarmed attack.
All right, let's say this. Since the net is coming out first, you will be able to... So it is a hit. I just want to say that you can use... since this reaction, you can go ahead and make a strength saving throw.
Okay. I'll have advantage on that. Oh, nat 20. Hell yeah.
Great.
And a 19.
Let's say this idiot Kuatoa did not let go of the net. So it's going over you, and you grab it, and its hands are still gripping the net. So you can use your strength and crit to basically use the net as a swinging tool to
And
hit
slam him into the wall.
Exactly. So let's go ahead and say that that's what you do. While the other 2 are striking you. So for an improvised weapon,
I actually get 1d8 plus my strength for improvised weapons. It's part
excellent.
of my class.
Go ahead.
So that's going to be 9.
All right.
Bludgeoning, I guess.
So you're not restrained, and you
Fuck yeah.
you hit one of the Kuatoas for 9 points.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. That's fun. Cool. He looks dazed, and he's got blood coming out of his face and various parts. And he just kind of like plumps onto the ground before rolling back to his feet. And the other 2 stab you with their spears. They did not drop their nets, so they're only doing it one-handed. But they hit you for 11 points.
Of piercing damage?
Of piercing damage. Right. Is that, and you're resistant?
Do I round up or down? It's down. Round up. It's up. It's a 5. Aha.
So, they excitedly stab you. They got the drop on you. They see you're distracted by the net and their other friend, and the stabbing doesn't go the way they expect it to. You're not as soft as you look. Their points are not as sharp as they were hoping, and they just get a little bit. Their confidence is shaken.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. They too look like the previous one, thinking they might want to run. This brings us to the top of the order.
All right. Well, I just have the big dude in front of me, right?
Yes.
I will just, in response, take a swing with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
What is my attack bonus? I didn't look last time because I crit. 7. So I rolled a 13. So 20.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, cool. So I will do sneak attack.
Oh, yeah, because you have people close by?
I also have advantage.
Ah, yeah.
On the attack. So 3, 6, 10, 15 damage.
Woof. Yeah, you want to describe how you're doing that?
I mean, just rapier, just pull it up to the chest and just stab it towards his heart. Maybe miss, but, go for it.
Hey, yeah, you didn't make a called shot. Is that even in this edition?
No.
I'd allow it. Because I'm like that. Yeah, you get pretty good into the chest there. You're quick with the blade. You pull it out right in time as he, the grin drops off of his face. You hurt him pretty bad.
Yeah. Also, using my fancy footwork as a swashbuckler, I'm going to just use my movement and dash. So I'm like 45 feet away from him.
Word. Yeah, that's great. You're pretty low, right?
Yeah, I'm at 10 hit points, so not looking great.
What's your max?
Sort of 42.
Okay, so you're looking like trash.
Yeah, I'm bleeding out the shoulder.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
But I move sort of towards Bumbo.
Good call.
And Sonny, I guess, because he's also there.
Yeah. Cool. So if you get to Bumbo, which you definitely can, as soon as you get there, he's going to slap you with some cure wounds.
Ooh, appreciated.
Right? And you know
First
what?
level, second level?
He'll give you the second level. Yeah. You want to roll or should I?
It's your character. Right. You go ahead.
I'm gonna go ahead and. Okay. So it's 11 points.
11 points. Cool. I'm at 21.
Great. It was his turn. He's gonna look over at Gordo and just say,
Gordo, you're the best champion cook I've ever seen in my life. Tear him to pieces.
And he sends a bardic inspiration your way. You've got 1d8 that you can use for the next 10 minutes.
Hell yeah. I think I will.
You wanted me to do a bear pun, didn't you?
Oh, you're good.
All right, great.
I know it'll come at the right time.
That's Bumbo's turn. He's gonna stick there with Ayamun and Sonny and ready himself. We're moving on to Gordo now.
Sick. I'm so inspired right now. All right. Gordo is going to... Okay, so did he throw the guy fully, or is he still holding on to the net?
The guy that hit the wall?
Mm-hmm.
No, he lost grip of the net when he hit the wall.
Gotcha.
He just kind of rolled up away in reaction.
Nice.
It does mean that Gordo has a net, right?
If you choose to hold on to the net, Gordo, you can.
I think I'm gonna just try to wreck him with my fists.
Sure.
Yeah. So there's 2 guys in front of me, and there's 3 on Ramsey.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to do my regular attack action to try to fuck up the guys in front of me.
Okay.
So attack number 1, that's an 18.
Sure. Are you going after the guy who's already seen damage or the other two?
Well, I kind of like flung that guy, right? So I'm going after the 2 that are in front of me, like that just stabbed me.
Yeah, well, you get advantage on these guys, I believe. They were were they the 3 that got out of...
The 3 that got out attacked Ramsey.
Yeah. So you have advantage.
On these 2 in front of me?
Mm-hmm.
Sick. It's still an 18.
Okay. Yeah, you do hit.
Cool. Then, that's going to be 12.
12 points.
Bludgeoning. 12 magic bludgeoning.
12 magic bludgeoning. Okay, great. You dent the face of one of those Kuatoa in front of you.
All right, same guy.
12? Okay, that brings him real low, by the way.
Same guy, extra attack.
Sure.
With the other hand, that's
still advantage, right?
Yeah, so 25.
Yeah.
For 10 bludgeoning magic damage.
All right, I think, like, what I'm seeing in my head is kind of like a fist coming in one side with the other coming in the other way. You just kind of, the fish eyeballs of the Kuatoa pop out of its now flattened head as you have a blood splatter over your frenzied face. And that one is a goner.
Amazing. All right, then I'm going to use my... so I've just attacked, which means Ramsey can attack as a reaction. But I'm also going to use my Fury, which is my other ability. I use a bonus action for that. Well, so why don't I do that? When I attack, if my beast can see me, he can use his reaction. So Ramsey's going to attack now with his reaction to one of the guys that's on him.
Sure.
And that is a 19 to hit.
Excellent, that hits.
Okay.
Does he go after the one that's barely holding on to life or to one of the others?
Let's go for barely hanging on to lifer.
Sure.
With 9 damage.
Yep, well, no, I mean, like, the guy, you know, he was one sheet away from being a ghost. So Ramsey goes after, the same spot, clavicle on the opposite side, and this time he actually gets a good piece of the throat, and he just rips it right away, and that fishy body goes limp.
Good bear. Okay.
And Ramsey, eats it.
It's probably tasty.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to use my Fury, which as a bonus action I can spend a Fury point. I'm going to do that now. And I will choose Machine Gun Blows. So after an attack, I can make 2 more unarmed strikes. Yep, just keep on going.
Pummeling machine. Great. Who are you attacking?
Gum Fire Fist Red Hawk Pistol.
Gun Pistol. All right.
I don't get the reference because I don't watch One Piece, but I'm sure it's
Disclaimer
pretty
to
cool.
all the viewers out there, Danny does not get the reference.
But I'm playing a One Piece based character.
The only person playing a One Piece homebrew class
It's a great way to learn about the show.
knows nothing about it at all.
All right.
Okay.
He wanted so badly for us to adopt it.
I wanted you all to play One Piece classes. That's fine. I don't know why. I just really liked it. All right. So the next attack is going to be 16.
Yep, you hit. Who are you hitting?
That is right. Guy in front of me. The other one who attacked me with the spear.
The one that is not damaged.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, but that's with advantage, right?
Oh, yes, it is.
Oh, that one's even better, but it's...
Not a crit?
No, so it's 23.
The blood just goes a little bit further.
Nice. Okay. And the damage is 11. Yep, 11.
My.
Magic bludgeoning.
Yeah.
And
You know what?
attack
I'm
number
just...
2.
I'm gonna... Hold on, let me just... Oh, God. No! What do you have? A knife! No! No, I'm not going to do that. Yeah. What was that? It was 11 damage?
Mm-hmm. 11, but I'm gonna rampage, so I'm gonna add one more d8 to it, but I'll also take 1d8 force damage in response.
Sure.
And that's 8. Oh my god. So 8 damage to it, and then I take 3 damage.
You do 1 damage to its ghost. How do you strike this Kuotoa?
With major force.
Like with you're just your fists.
Oh, this is all fists. This is all
just like. Yeah. All right, great. So this is one of those things where like you just have you seen The Last Dragon?
No.
When you get the glow. All right, basically you have punched his chest in.
Nice.
The whatever fishy bones that were there, they stood up to you like a paper bag. He just kind of caved right in, and he goes, woo! And just flies off into the tunnel. And when he hits the ground, that's all there is.
Yeah.
Great.
And then I'm going to use my final punch on the guy that I threw at the wall.
Jesus.
How many times can you do that? Is it every turn?
The machine gun blows?
Yeah.
I have 4 uses of it as a bonus action, but my first round I had to...
Yeah, because you had to
use bonus action to go into frenzy. So that's a dirty 20.
This class seems a little strong.
Whatever.
Just playing the one OP guy.
Who cares?
Dirty 20. Yeah.
That did 43 damage.
That hits.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, you did 43 damage.
Sonny's never going to do anything in combat.
It's way more damage than I've done.
If he's attacking the glowing ones, he's got advantage on all these attack rolls,
Yes.
which is definitely
Exactly. Helping. And that's going to be 6 damage to him. To Walgo.
6.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you do a little you do a little punch. You do a little punch right into the chest of the one. It flies backwards, and then with your other arm, you come up with a big swinging smash down hammer because this dude's still like getting up from the ground. But it doesn't hit the mark as you would have wanted to. So he's still
Rampage
of this world.
4 more damage to it, and
wait, 4 more?
Yep, and 3 force damage to myself.
Can you do the rampage as much as you want?
Yeah, it just damages me every time it's after hit.
I guess that's more fair because you can kill yourself doing it.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Well,
exchanging basically your own health for extra damage is definitely a very good mechanic.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Especially for 5D.
So I did 4 extra damage to it.
All right.
Did
great.
That kill it.
Yes. You slammed it down and threw it again at the wall. And the body just like rattles into it, and then slumps into a heap that Ayamun kind of looked like not that long ago.
Perfect.
When I was describing you being all pretzeled.
Yeah.
So now there's only 2 left near surrounding Ramsey and none near me, right?
Oh, there are none near you. There are 2
right
by
next to
Ramsey.
each other, but...
2 by Ramsey that are not glowing. And then there's 1 small Ukutoa. Ukutoa? No, that's the wrong show. There's 1 small Kuotoa that has been standing by itself. Just scared as hell. Not far from the big guy. Everyone's just kind of ignored him. And is that your turn? Are you?
It's finally over.
You're like a monk barbarian.
Yes.
All right, Cam, it's you.
That's actually a pretty cool idea for classes as like fusion classes that I've thought would be. Anyway, Cam's turn is going to be really short because I don't have
Can't be as short as Sonny's.
Cam is
Vortex
going
plus
to, with the flame that he's had in his hand the whole time when he was producing flame, throw it at the big guy. I'm going to get within 30 feet of him and toss the flame at him, but the way Cam's going to do it is he's going to kind of toss the flame in the air, take his quarterstaff, and like a baseball, hit the fireball into him.
Okay.
Love that.
That's interesting. Is there a save? Is there anything like that?
I
Or
make
is
an
it
attack roll against him.
an
I
attack?
rolled a 21 to hit him with the fireball.
Yep, that does it.
And he will take 8 fire damage. Haha.
All right. Yeah. 8 will bring him down. He is now technically, if anybody has a mechanic for this, bloodied.
Yeah.
Just let you know. And he's smoking a bit, and it smells kind of nice. If you're into fish.
Oh, I'm hoping
Kinda gross also.
Ramsey over there.
Definitely.
Anyway, that's my turn. I don't have things to do on my bonus action unless I'm doing my special druid thing or attacking
Sure.
melee.
Okay. Then up next, we have the one scared Gotoa who he's kind of doing the Sonny thing right now after he's just seen what's happened with Gordo and Ramsey, and he's seeing his big friend get mauled by multiple people, and he's got 2 friends fighting a bear on the other side. I want to do a little bit of this. Okay. So he did not pass the wisdom saving throw or the wisdom check I wanted him to. So he's going to, try to stab Gordon from the back
Hell yeah.
because of what you've done to his friends.
He does get advantage.
Great. So that's not that. Okay. What? You're 18?
No, 15 AC.
Okay, great. He hits you. And he's holding his spear with both hands. So he's going to roll a D8 plus 1.
Impressive.
All right. So he hits you for 8 points of damage.
8 piercing, right?
Yep. 8 piercing with his spear. Right in the butt. He gets you in the cheek.
Ow! I'm going to use my reaction.
To fill him with regret.
Yeah.
Briefly. Very briefly.
Gonna turn around and gonna fucking punch his face.
Great. Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
With the strike.
19.
Great. Before your fist connects, you do see a very, very scared little being in front of you. He wasn't sure about what he was doing when he was doing it. And
Made the wrong choice.
He did. He definitely made the wrong choice. And you can see that playing out as he remembers his childhood and all of the hopes and dreams that he used to have. And how much do you damage him for?
12 bludgeoning.
All right.
Is he dead?
He's still up.
Rampage! 6 more damage as I take my other fist and just like in his gut uppercut him. But in doing so, I take 6 points of force damage.
My God. You dipped down because he is shorter than you to get that angle after you've punched him in the face. You dip down and you get right in the belly and it lifts him off of his feet and he just kind of flies about 8 feet back and crumbles against the wall.
I know. I tried to tell you guys. There's some really cool ones.
No, this is better.
Just watching Danny tear through these little fish guys.
I have to admit, this does make me want to watch or read One Piece.
I've been trying to figure out who your character is supposed to be, and I have no idea.
All right. That was a little guy. It's the big guy's turn. He just got smoked. He's a smoked salmon kuotoa. He's pretty pissed off, but he's also pretty hurt. Before him, there is a shark man and a cactus man.
And a half-orc.
And a half-orc.
Fungus hit him.
A half-orc with a big paddle.
Yep.
So yeah, he's gonna. Oh man, he really doesn't know what to do. He's gonna flail. He's gonna go after the plant man that just hit him.
I'm 30 feet away from him, so he'll provoke attacks of opportunity.
He's not gonna do that. No, he's not gonna do that. He's gonna go after the were-shark. Oh, poor bastard. The were-shark. Yeah. Were-shark!
He goes up to the were-shark. Gordo's running over and hitting him with 6 attacks.
Not my love! Yes, so our big Kuatoa monitor friend, he swings with his fist, with his lightning fist. It unfortunately does not hit. Yep, he just barely misses the face of the were-shark, who's yelling, "Were-shark!" He then tries to go in for a bite. And again, he just can't do it. The fear has taken over. Yep. And that's pretty much what he's he's gonna try to run. And that means he gets 2 attacks of opportunity against him. First in order would be were-shark. His armor class is not that high. Were-shark does hit him. Gonna go ahead and say that he doesn't have... Did I say he had a weapon? I don't remember. He had a... Yes, he did. He had a javelin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had a javelin.
He found it in the muck.
He found it in the muck and the mire. I can't be trusted to remember all these things. Okay, and that's 5 points of damage. Just stabs him in the leg with that javelin. And, he's still running. And then our great friend Krungus just goes, "My monster!" And he goes for another swing with a big paddle. He had advantage. Hold on a second. There's 17 and 17. He rolled 17 twice. What a good dude. So D4 plus 5, you say, right?
Yep.
That's a 3, so it's 8. 8 points of damage. This guy's looking pretty rough. His 2 still undamaged teammates are just staring in wonder at what is going on around them. And that brings us to the were-shark again, who's just going to pursue. Another stabby stab right in the back. That definitely hits, but let's see if it crits. No. So it's another D6. All right. Getting in 9 points of damage on that. Groovy. This brings us to Sonny. It is your turn once again.
Sonny's poking his head out from behind Mr. Gombok, eyes wide, just watching Mr. Gordo destroy people with his hands. And that's his turn.
All right. Makes sense. This brings us to the 2 that are on Ramsey. They don't... I'm gonna give them a chance to make a wise decision. Yeah, they throw their weapons down on the ground, and they try to back away. Yeah, from a bear that has blood in its mouth, and who they just stabbed. They're making hopes here. So this brings us to Krungus, who is chasing the big guy, still with a big paddle. Oh, he hits, but it is an advantage. Up. And so that's going to be... 9, which is exactly what he had left.
Yeah, go Krungus.
This time Krungus has figured out the dynamics of the oar. And instead of swatting with the paddle side, he has turned it baseball style with the blade of the paddle, or the blade of the oar, flat to cut through the air with swiftness, and it goes right into the neck from behind, and it just crushes arteries and bone, and it goes through, and the swing continues as the Kuotoa monitor is swept off of its feet and slams into the ground. This brings us to the top of the order. Ayamun is here. There are 2 unarmed Kuotoa in front of a bear.
Yes.
Everything else is down. Yeah. Which way are you facing, Ayamun?
Which way am I facing?
Uh-huh.
I'm facing, I ran to Bumbo and then turned around to, look at the fight.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess towards the fight.
Sure.
That's ominous. At this point, I'm just gonna, stroll towards the... Actually, no, I'll just stand next to Bumbo. Chill. Watch the bear and the other bear kill the 2 things.
All right. You refrain from action?
Yeah.
Cool. And Bumbo is not a bloodthirsty character. He understands. He also is going to let people do what they're going to do. So up next we have Gordo.
Great.
Oh boy.
I think he's going to turn toward the Kuotoa that are running.
Wait. Sorry. Bumbo does see you're pretty hurt, so he's going to go ahead and send a little healing your way as his action. Sorry to interrupt you.
All right. It's just more rampage fuel.
Yeah. It does occur to him, but that's him. So he's going to send you a healing word.
Word.
All right, 6 points.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So seeing them run, the hunt is on. I think he's gonna turn.
They're
toward
not
them.
running.
Oh, they're not even
Yeah,
running.
they've actually put their
They're just
hands
doing
up
this.
in surrender, and they're backing away slowly. Jesus
I'm going
Christ.
to.
You can do it still. You can do it. They stabbed your bear friend.
They did. They stabbed my bear friend. I'm going to turn toward them, roar once again, and then, womp just with my clawed fists.
Okay.
For 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 to hit.
Yeah, sure, that hits.
10, and then is still standing.
Yes.
Attack number 2 on the same one from... This is just part of the attack action. Extra attack.
Okay.
That's 22
Okay.
for 10.
Well, yeah, that'll do it. Do you want to bring in any other sort of flavor? How do you take this one out?
Okay, this is what I want to do that would be kind of cool. Is that...
Yeah.
So I can use my machine gun blows again.
Yes.
But here's the fun thing about the companion animal. I can also give those machine gun blows to Ramsey instead of me doing it. So then just side by side as I do this one, Ramsey's going to womp on the other guy.
Right. You're just seeing this. Ba, 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 ba.
So that's going to be an 18.
Okay, yeah, that hits.
For 7. And then
Okay.
number 2 will be 17
Yeah, that hits.
for 10.
Okay. Yeah, so, now you actually also know the smell of Kuotoa shit.
Ew.
But that one has not gone down.
Rampage!
It is
6 more damage.
Just barely hanging on to life. And who did it? Was it Ramsey?
Yes. And
okay.
7 damage.
So what you see is just a complete and full dismemberment of this Kuo-toa. Limb, head, torso, halved, all the things. He basically turns him into a little fish smoothie by the end of it.
Great.
And that is the threat that presented itself. Now handled by the entire group.
Great.
I'm in disbelief at just everything that just happened.
Yeah, I am too. I was like, okay, don't make it too hard.
Well, you didn't know that Danny was.
Danny, are you playing a?
He was
what's your
OP.
class
He was
name?
One Piece.
Is it Bruiser or Brawler?
Bruiser.
Got it.
Yeah, and then my special class is like the animal friend or whatever.
Beast
style. Yep.
Cam will turn to Sonny and say, "Hey, kid, it's all right. You'll find your courage eventually. And, well, you probably don't need it anyway, because Gordo..."
Mr. Drythorne.
Yeah.
He just ripped all those fish apart with his hands.
Yeah, he did.
That was horrifying.
Yeah, we might want to give him a little space. I think he's a little upset that he can't cook right now. That's my theory.
Okay, so now that that's all died down, I would love everyone to roll a perception check.
To fail at perception again?
Yeah, I would
sure.
love for you to succeed at perception.
Finally, 22.
Okay, great.
Roll twice.
4.
Hey,
20.
Cam, 420. Nice, 420.
Nice.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yeah.
Great. So Cam, as you were running, from making distance between you and the monitor, you noticed in the tunnel going up, that was east in quotation marks, there was a drow watching you who just suddenly said shit and ran up further into the tunnel.
Hey, guys, I think Belle's over there. No, Gordo? No.
What?
We need them. We need Belle alive so that we can get paid. Wow. The fact that I'm still thinking that we're even gonna get close to making it to Girdle Gum is a real testament to my optimism.
I don't think we're gonna get paid, even if we get to Girdle Gum at this point, to be honest.
No, I think we might have been. I think this something's not right. Belle did this on purpose.
Bumbo, do you have the down payment still with you? Do you happen to have that? Not that it quite matters in here, but if we get out, then Bumbo? Bumbo. You're right there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just spacing out there for a minute after what I just saw. Oh, the down payment?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
payment,
I
initial
think
payment.
He checks, he has it on him.
he produces
Right
it.
now.
Yep.
I guess that's for our restaurant when we start that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's get. I don't even know what to do anymore after that. After what we just saw, what do we do here? Should we chase after Belle?
Also, at that moment, you hear a voice, from the west. That just says, "That was awesome! Oh, by the way, come here! And you see Tawilba standing on top of the rocks like, look at this! And she's holding up big gold chains and like a chalice.
I'm rolling fucking history. Is it the Mint Familby?
Go ahead, yes.
Oh my god, critical success!
I mean, it looks very much like what you've heard it to be.
Oh my god.
The Menthamility.
Yes.
A gold chain and a chalice?
And Tammy is standing right next to her as well. And she seems to be like looking at stuff in her hands and just kind of like moving it around, looking at. She'll occasionally pick something up, and you see a little twinkly.
I leave Gordo to calm down, and I jaunt over to the two gunners.
As you're jaunting over, Sonny sprints by going,
Treasure!
Great. Do you follow the gnomish girls?
I do.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what everyone else is doing.
All right.
Just
So
let Belle watch us from a distance for the rest of the game. Oh, there's Dr. Dracula too.
no, there's no Dr. Dracula, but there is a Moist Mitch who's just kind of like sitting on top of a like a piece of wreckage in the middle of the water, and he's just kind of like nodding, like very nice.
He's gonna eat those fish.
He's very impressed, but yeah. So Tawilba Twitch is vibrating with excitement, and Tammy is just like inspecting these jewels with a big wide grin on her face. They're still not looking that great. They're pretty banged up, but like they are in good spirits. And like, come on already, Jesus. Which I don't know where I heard that name from before, but come on. Tammy says. And they like scamper off into the tunnel to the west.
I follow him.
What starts off looking like just wreckage and rocks soon turns into more organized goods and materials salvaged from, you can guess, salvaged from other ships and things that were swallowed by the Hobio before. And you come into a chamber that kind of just widens out. It's been filled with more rocks. The walls are still covered in like this nasty kind of mucus, but it looks like this portion was purposefully cleared and packed. And you come upon a hoard, basically. A big old hoard with big old treasure in it. And if you would like to take your time, I can tell you what you find.
Sonny's gonna Scrooge McDuck that shit.
A small goblin jumps into a pile of gold.
I search the pile. I find a Sonny.
Hello.
What do I find?
Well, collectively, as you search around this room, you find in total the value of 4,404 gold blippins. Although these are separated out, there's 70 platinum, 3,000 gold, 700 silver, and 400 copper.
I mean, that's way too much to carry.
Yeah.
Physically.
Yeah, I mean, they've been collecting it for a while.
I'll take what I can as far as value goes, and I'm going to relay this to everyone to do so. Mm-hmm. How much can we, like, physically carry?
I'm not an encumbrance kind of person.
Are we just going to get all of it?
How we could drag around a chest with us.
Here's some other things you find.
Okay.
There are plenty of weapons in here. Like you can have your pick. If there was a weapon you wanted that was just regular, you could probably find it in here. But there's also a rapier that looks real neat.
You know what? At this point, it is that I will I will cast detect magic.
Okay. So,
Nice.
there's a few things that happen. The rapier pings, and you get a number of other items. There's a cloak. There's an iron flask. There's a ring. There's a feather token, and a potion that you see that all kind of ping. And as you're looking around the room, you also see what's on your companions. You see the concertina glowing on Bumbo.
I have a ring of protection.
You see that glowing as well. Anybody else?
I'm looking at the rapier, but I'm also really interested in the chalice.
Yeah, so the chalice, it looks like what you have heard the chalice to be.
The mint familby?
The mint familby. It looks very much like it, but it's not pinging. It's not magic.
Yeah, I'm letting everyone know what is and is not.
Yeah. It's you also know that the mint familby has had a lot of knockoffs made. So you get the sense that like it is gold, it is valuable, but it's not the real deal.
Got it.
Yeah, you also, I mean, there's other valuable items there that are worth a bit of money. There's also a glow coming from Sonny's pocket. There's a little round glow.
Cam's not a narc. He's not going to rat anybody out on magic items that they already have on their person.
Sure.
But he knows it's there.
Okay, so Cam, you know this about Sonny's pocket, and yeah, big old hoard. And oh wait, there's a sack.
Excuse me?
There's a magic sack.
Oh wait, is it a magic sack of perhaps holding other things?
I don't know.
I put something in it.
You can't see it down there.
I tried to take it out.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I put all the gold in there.
Nice.
Sweet.
Nice.
So that's 4,000.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is all really cool and great, but we're still probably inside the stomach or internal organ of a sea creature.
Yeah, that is true. I'm gonna attune to this rapier.
Gordo didn't go into the room, by the way.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's probably a good idea.
And it also seems like the wereshark didn't go into the room.
No, the wereshark did not.
Cool.
Wait a minute. Little cut over to them too, huh?
So-
wink.
Next session is Danny's session, so it's gonna be 2 hours of Danny just describing the romance between the
Yeah, it's
wereshark
just
and
them on
Gordo.
a date and us following them.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wereshark's definitely impressed with your violence and a little bit scared, but like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
that's just flavor.
Yeah. Gordo's gonna fix his hair a little bit. Good work out there.
Yeah. Good work yourself.
Oh my god, that's his voice.
That's insane how fast you move.
Oh yeah, right. I don't know, they just all sort of started to happen. Yeah, it's always happened so fast, and Ramsey's just always right there. He did most of the work, really.
Where'd you learn how to do that?
I was trapped on an island for a long time. Just me and
Trapped?
Ramsey. Yeah, we were stranded. Not a big deal. And then we didn't really have much to do, so we learned to fight. Where'd you learn to be a shark? So on the boat yesterday, or whenever that was, you were a man, and then you hulked out into a shark. It was quite impressive.
Oh yeah, I was bit. I didn't really learn. I just
Right.
yeah.
I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool.
it's got its pluses and its minuses.
Yeah, right. Oh, by the way, the fight from yesterday, or this morning, whatever it was, no hard feelings, right? We're good. I mean, you put up a great fight.
Yeah, I don't have no.
I actually
I
picked
don't
you out
have
of the
any
crowd.
hard
I was like,
feelings.
that's the one I want to fight. He looks the toughest.
Oh, so we're kind of like we're birds of a feather, huh?
Right.
I can dig it.
Great. Cool. So where did everybody go?
Oh yeah, they followed.
Is it hot in this cave?
What?
Is it hot in this cave?
I can't really. I mean, it's warmer than the water was.
Right.
Yeah, no. It is. It's pretty warm. Yep. I think we might be inside that hobio.
We did figure that out. Just don't know which way is the way in or way out. There's a hole up there that I thought might be it.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, like, I've heard of it having like it's got like a mouth of sorts, and then like a blowhole, and there's also the butthole. But I'd rather not go out that way. I think you got to get
technically
digested.
3 ways out, but probably 2 that would be preferable. Oh, you say here's a blowhole.
I think so. That's what I've heard.
Maybe that's what that tunnel is then.
Maybe.
Questions?
Clarifying question: is the were shark in were shark mode?
Oh,
or
fully.
Okay, cool.
What tunnel were you talking about?
That one. I just point up at it.
How'd we get up there?
I don't know. It's an awfully steep climb. Might have to get it to blow.
Here, I got an idea.
And as you're saying that, he catches the wink and he kind of like does a little smile, but he's turning because he produces a couple of knives from his belt, and he just dives into the water.
Oh, okay. Goodbye.
Yeah,
Well, Ramsey, looks like it's just you and me again.
and you see. You see him surface, and hold on just a second. While I look at something.
In the meantime, I'm shoving everything I can hand into that bag.
Yes, that is happening. You're clearing out the horde. Oh, the were shark comes up out of the water and just hurls, because he's not used to the putrid nature of it either, even though he's hanging out in it.
Oh.
And there is a similar reaction from the whole thing as you saw before. This one's kind of violent. Whole place sort of like quivers and shakes and turns. And the water starts to rise a little bit.
Oh no. I think we're all going to have to chunder in here in order to make this thing rise.
And he's approaching the wall by the supposed blowhole. And he just sticks a knife into the wall, and then another knife, and he's gonna try to climb up like that. But every time he does it, the wall shudders, and the whole place starts to heave a little bit more. And this happens more and more and more as he goes up, and the water starts rising. The beach is starting to slowly disappear.
Uh-oh.
What is happening in the room that we're in?
Oh, in the room that you're in, it's everything is shaking, and the walls are kind of contracting, and pulsing, and you hear kind of this like shrill, like, but like muffled through the walls. They seem to be emanating from somewhere else inside the beast.
Okay, well, as soon as that starts happening and I finish putting all the magic items into the bag, and the gold, I run out to to see what the fuck is going on.
By the way, you did find a suitable, very pretty urn.
Nice.
Well, we didn't burn the body yet, though.
I know.
I don't think we're gonna have time. I hope we find it after this happens.
What is happening here? I went totally Jack. Cut that shit out. All right, so what's going on out here?
That the were shark. I didn't catch your name.
Oh, yeah, it's Wensley.
Nice. Wensley.
Is that with a D?
Yes.
Is that a combination of Wednesday and Pugsley?
W-N-D-S-L-E.
It's Wensley.
Gotcha.
Is that like
Wednesday?
W-E-D-N-E-S-Lee?
W-E-N-D-S-L-E-Y. Wensley.
Got it.
W-E-N-D-S-L-E-Y. Okay, great. Yeah, so Wensley there is, I think it might be the blowhole, and he's been trying to climb out of it.
Okay.
Ramsey and I have just been watching.
Sonny appears next to you guys. He has a chalice on top of his head, and he's just got arms of gold that did not get pushed in the bags. Like, this seems very unsafe.
As he stabs in again.
You know, honestly, like, so much has happened today that I don't care. I just don't care. Let's hope this bag makes it through.
We're going up the blowhole?
I mean, Belle. Wasn't Belle in here?
Yeah, Belle's still in here.
So, like, what's the plan about that? I look around, thinking I'm going to look towards the captain, realize that I guess I'm the captain now.
Mm-hmm. Gordo's just staring at Wensley, not paying attention.
So at this point, Wensley is probably about 3/4 of the way up the wall. Stab, 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 stab. Each time the water rises, the Hobio's shaking and irritable, and there's more convulsion, and everybody's like, what do we do? In fact, Bumbo is kind of like, what the hell's going on here? Oh, you idiot!
Is it at the point since the water's rising, there's no more like beach? Now we're just kind of all floating?
Not exactly, not yet, no. You're just taking on water.
If we want to ride out the blowhole, if anyone can vomit on command, we might be able to make this thing go a bit faster.
What are you talking about? What? All right, so I guess this is what we have to do. We're either going to go out that blowhole, or we're going to go try to find Belle, but I don't think we have any way of stopping this shark man that's going up there right now, so I think we're going out the blowhole.
I guess Belle... Well, we already just made a bunch of money from raiding this treasure hoard, so who cares about Girdle Gum? Who cares about getting paid? We just gotta hang on to the captain so we can give him a proper burial.
Shite, the captain. I turn and book it over to the body, try to like...
we can wrap him up and put him in the bag.
Oh, well, will he fit in there?
Oh, God.
Oh, my God, I can't believe
I guess you could. It's like a 2-foot opening.
I try to fit him. I try to wrap him up and then fit him in the bag.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of work, but you can do it.
Oh, God.
Yep.
You see visible, like, just disgust and pain on Aya's face.
Yeah.
Through the entire process.
And, yeah, Bumbo's crying. But it was the last-ditch effort that he had for an idea. And, in fact, it's so gross. He doesn't need that much more inspiration, and he goes to the closest wall and just right onto the side, and you see there's like this stinging that happens, and bubbling against the wall, and the entire place starts shaking, and suddenly so much water just comes in from the northeastern tunnel, just filling up the whole place, and the hole that Wensley is going towards widens out as the rest of the room squeezes, and there's just bits and pieces of of chunks just like crushing together, and you're all kind of pushed in a direction.
Right as the wall of water is about to like hit Aya, you just hear like that, and then looking at Bumbo throwing up, you just hear him under his breath go, "Let you be Woozy."
Aye. And Bumbo takes a deep breath and just.
I hope we're not underwater.
I think we'll probably be okay. Cam will go ahead and put Pecker in his little side dimension where he goes when he's, so he doesn't drown.
Aya. And plugs his nose.
Excellent. There's a very, very upsetting movement of the entire room. Your gut drops, and suddenly you are forcibly pushed by the rising water towards the very hole that Wensley was climbing towards. That's widening out, and like the water in a water weenie, you are just shot right out of a tube, and you actually it takes probably about a second and a half, but it seems like forever, and there's water going up your nose. It's extremely uncomfortable, and there's a lot of pressure, and then suddenly there's no pressure at all. And that's where we'll end for today. Thanks.